Okay, I have everything ready to make my shea butter soap. I'm using refined shea butter. Okay, so I'm just about to measure the lye and the water first, and then I'll measure my oil. Okay, a little tip I wanted to add that I found online was to wipe out your plastic container with one of these dryer sheets, and then that way you won't have static electricity problems when you try to pour your lye into your water, because that really sucks. Okay. So I'm going to add the lye to the water now, the distilled water, and I have like a, you can't see this, I have like a fan set up in the window because the fumes that come off the lye water mixture once I add them together is very caustic, so I put that up there so I don't breathe them in. And I've also got something over my mouth and nose so that I don't breathe it in as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna do. Okay. Alright. And I'm using the end of the wooden spoon so that the lye doesn't stick to it as I'm stirring. Just doing that. I have a few clumps in my lye. I hope that doesn't cause any dissolving problems. We shall see. A few granules in there. Put that. Don't come in here, Maya. Okay, you can start to see the fumes coming off it now. It's kind of like a light smoke. And I think they're all mixed in.
I want to be video.
Yeah. Okay, so I think all the lye crystals are mixed in. So I just set it in the sink while I measure up my oils and wait for it to cool down. And then I use my candy thermometer and set it in there to keep an accurate temperature reading. Okay. Now I'm going to measure out the solid oils and put them on the heat and measure out the liquid oils. Okay. Okay, so that's my coconut and palm oil, my solid oils in the pot. And I'm doing hot process, so I preheated the oven to 200 degrees. We started out at 200 degrees, and then you're supposed to turn it down. There's my palm oil, coconut oil. And you're supposed to turn it down to 180. I'm going to try to keep it around close to 200 this time, though. I think that it might speed up the process. So we're going to try that out. So now I'm going to measure out my olive oil and my shea butter and castor oil is what I'm using. I'm just going to measure out the olive oil and castor oil in here, and then the shea butter I'm going to do separately because it's going to be my super fatting agent. So I'm not going to put it in until trace time, and And I'll take it and I'll put it in the microwave because it's a solid oil too, see. I'll put it in the microwave to make it liquid before I add it in. Okay, so okay, there we go. That was a big can to carry and hold the camera at the same time. So, okay, so I have my castor oil. I'm gonna add that. So I'm using 10% castor oil, and as you can see, it's very thick. Okay, I forgot to tar it out, so 11, 14.4. There we go. And check on the solid oils. Oh, they're looking good. And I'm just going to check the temperature of the lye water. Let's see. It is at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Almost 155. So some people think with hot process you don't have to worry about the temperatures. You can just add the lye water into the oils. And some people think that you still have to wait until it's around 110 degrees and there's no more than 10 degrees difference between the water and the oil mixture. So I play the safe side and I wait for them to be the same temperature. Okay, so now that I've got that measured out, I'm going to measure out my shea butter and my vitamin E oil. I'm just going to stop it. Okay, so yeah, I got another bowl. All of my solid oils are fully melted, so I'm going to just take some off the burner and get my other candy thermometer and stick it in there.